Okay, so hello everyone, this is Anshuman Tandon, and today we are here to basically discuss our video on Excel tools. So why I have taken this topic? This is because Excel tools is something which is a hidden feature of Excel, but might be we are not aware of that. So that is why, in order to make sure that you all people will get to know their usage and will use it to do your work faster, I have started this module of Excel tools with us. So I will try to create as much part of this series as possible and will provide you some of the Excel tools that might be useful for you and that will make your Excel working a little bit faster. So with this, I'm starting this video, and I hope we are going to learn some tools into it, and I hope those tools will help you to get your work done very easily. So let's start this video, and we are moving towards our screen. Okay, so we are here to learn Excel tools part 1. So we have started this, we have visited our file for this. So you can also get this file. The link of this file is available into the description of this video, where you can go and download it. So with this, I'm starting today's video, the purpose of which is to learn Excel tools. So our first tool is the quick analysis tool in Excel. So what quick analysis tool is, its name suggests that quick analysis tool will help us to analyze our data real quickly, or might be it will help us to add some things into our data very quickly. So in order to use it, what you have to do is you have to select your data. So as you can see that I have this dummy data available over here, which is the sales data, and let's say that I want to analyze my sales for the year. So when I will highlight this, you can see that there is a small square appearing on my screen, and when I will hover it, you can see that it is quick analysis tool, or you can use its shortcuts Control Q for the same. Another thing that you can do is you can do a right click on your selected data, and here you can find this quick analysis option over here. So when I will click on it, you can see that I have got a dialog appear over here that will have some formatting, charts, total, table and spark lines with me. So let's say that I want to add these data bars over here. So what I have to do is I simply have to just click on it, and you can see that I have got my data bars over here. Another thing that I can do is I can use any other option. Let's say I can use the charts for my data as well, can also even apply the spark lines for my data. So as you can see that when I have clicked over here, a special boxes appear over here, but it is not displaying some sort of spark lines. This is because might be the selection of my data is not correct. So if I can just select my entire data and put my spark lines over here, so you can see that I have got these lines which is showing me my range of data. So this is something that you can do. Even you can add quick charts over here. So for this you have to just simply go to this chart option, and you can use whatever chart you want. It is available over here. So let's say if I will click on the bar chart, you can see that I have got a pivot chart over here with my data divided into the different ranges that I can change by myself by changing this pivot table real easily. So this is quick analysis tool. It will help us to analyze our data real quickly. Another Excel tool that you can use in order to do your work fast is by using Excel table. So as you can see that currently on our screen we have a data set, but this data set is either managed in the table form but is not an Excel table. The reason being that the features and rules of Excel table are not yet applied on this data. As you can see that whatever thing I want to perform on this data, let's say if I want to sum up my sales that has been done by these people, or let's say I want to do the average or anything that I want to do on this table, I have to use an Excel function. However, while typing an Excel function, you can see that there might be a lot of things that you have to understand before using Excel function. Also, Excel function do take some time in order to put the perfect parameter into it. But let's say if I will convert this table into I will convert this data set into a table, then these things will be very easy for me. So for this I have to go to my home tab, and you can see that there is a option of format as a table. So when I will click on it, you can see that a lot of table formats are available over here. So based on whatever color you like, you can just simply choose it, and your data will be converted into that color table. So you can see that there is a create table option appearing over here, and Excel has identified my data and has identified that my table data has headers with it. So headers mean these headings. So when I will press OK, you can see that my data is now converted into a table, and whenever I am clicking on it, you can see that an additional tab with the table design is appearing over here. So if I will go to a place which is other than the place of table, you can see that this tab is not available, but when I will click on this tab, you can see that this tab is available right now. So when I will click on it, you can see that there are a lot of things, and the best thing that I want to show you is this total row. So when I will click on it, you can see that a total row is automatically added into my screen. Another thing that is very good over here is if I want to find anything else, let's say if I want to find the average, so I just have to click on this drop down, and you can see that all the calculation that can be done with this data is appearing over here. So let's say if I want to see the average of my sale, you can see that average is appeared over here. If I want to see the maximum amount of sale, it is appearing over here, and if let's say I want to see the minimum sale, that this is also appearing over here. So that means that my data analysis has become very easy by using table. Another thing that I can do is I can do a cell reference with the table very easily. So as you can see that when I am clicking on this table design, I have got this table as named as table 1. So if I want to put any sort of cell reference, let's say if I want to sum up my data, I can, instead of selecting this data, simply type table 1, and you can see that this table 1 has appeared over here. So I just have to open a bracket, and you can see that let's say I want to sum up the data of sales, so I can simply just select this sales and press enter. So this can be done by closing the bracket. So you can see that this sum is appearing over here. So this means that cell reference has also become very easy. Also, if let's say I will just add another line over here, so you can see that I do not want to change anything else into my data. Let's say that this is 10,000 only. So you can say that I do not have to change this cell reference again and again, and this work is done automatically by Excel because I am using table over here. So I'll delete this additional line that have been created. So these are some of the benefits of table. Another thing is that you can add a slicer into it. So let's say if I want to add a slicer, and that too on a salesperson, let's say, so I will check this, and a salesperson slicer will appear over here. So you can see that let's say if I simply want to just see that what sale any salesperson has done, so I just simply click on it, and you can see that my table is auto formatted based on that. So these are some of the benefits of using Excel table. So I hope you have liked this feature and you will use it to do your work real easily and quickly. Okay, so the next tool about which we are going to talk is the Goal Seek tool in Excel. So as its name suggests, Goal Seek tool will help us to seek our goal in an Excel workbook or an Excel worksheet. So as I have told you in my earlier videos as well, that Excel is not only a spreadsheet software, it has its own mind as well and can be used as our perfect assistant into our workplace. So Goal Seek tool is a tool in Excel that will help us to make our calculation done real quickly. So as you can see that I have this sales data over here, I have these products, and I have budgeted in the beginning of the year some sales for these products. Now I have actual sales figure up to the F product, but now the G product sale is not available. So let's say that this sale, we are assuming that this sale is not available for a certain period of time, and let's say it will be made available to us after a week or two. So in order to just calculate that how much amount of G is required to achieve my desired goals, that means to achieve the desired budgeted sale, as you can see that there are some products that have sales above the budgeted sale, but however there are some products as well that have sales lower than the budgeted sale. So I just want to know that how much sale of G is required in order to achieve my total amount of sale that I have budgeted into the beginning of the year. So for this I have to put some value over here. So one thing that I can do is I can just take a calculator and do it by myself, or I can just put values one by one based on the hidden trial method. But if I want to do it perfectly, what I have to do is I have to use the Goal Seek tool. So for this I have to go to the data tab, and into the what if analysis you can see that the second tool that we have is the goal seek tool over here. We have other tools as well, but we will discuss them when their chance will come. So you can see that when I have clicked on the goal seek tool, I have got the goal seek dialog appear over here. So it said that you have to first set the cell in which you want to get your desired value. So I will click on this arrow and select my cell. You can see that currently I have achieved 84% of my sale. So now I have to take it to 100%. So I have to type 100% over here. So I have typed it. Now it is saying that by changing cell, so I have to make sure that I will put a cell in which the value needs to be changed. So you can see that the actual sale of G has to be put over here in order to get my percentage. So I will just simply select this cell, and after this I will press this OK button. So what happened when I will press this OK button is that Excel will take a part of a second and do this calculation for me. So when I will press OK, you can see that Excel is doing some calculation in front of us, and you can see that the goal seeking with cell E1 is achieved and Excel has found a solution. So when I will press OK, you can see that I need a sale of 1,94,090 rupees in order to achieve my desired goal, though I have budgeted only 1,24,000. So let's say that after 1 week or after 2 weeks, my salesperson will come to me and say that, sir, we have achieved the sale of rupees 2 lakhs. So then I can simply consider into my mind that we have achieved our budgeted sale. But let's say that they have come and say that, sir, we are able to achieve only 90,000 sales. So then I can assume that they have done the work real bad and we are not able to achieve our budgeted sale. So this is how goal seek tool will help us. It will analyze our entire calculation that is appearing onto the cell that we have select, and will do the change into the second cell that we have selected to get it to the value that we have put into the middle section of the goal seek tool. So this is all about goal seek tool. I hope you have find it useful and will use it for your work as well. Okay, so I hope you are liking this video. So this is just a small break to let you know that you can visit our site excelmanindia.com, where you can find all of our courses, and you can simply add to your cart and then enroll into them. They are very simple to enroll, just like any other shopping website that you might use. So we are having these courses with us, and you can see that people are joining us, and I can guarantee you that these courses will worth your money, and you are going to learn a lot of stuff into these courses. So we have a lot of course. Also, one thing, that every month Excelman will provide you a free Excel course, so you can simply go and subscribe to our update section, so that you will be get to know about all the free courses. For example, we have one over here as well, so you can enroll into these courses. They are very good if you want to really want to learn Excel or Google Sheet or Google Docs or Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, etc. You can visit our site and enroll into our courses. Our site is excelmanindia.com. You can see that it is appearing over here, excelmanindia.com, or you can simply search Excelman on your Google page. So please visit our site and have a look. I hope you will like our courses as well. Okay, so the next tool that we are going to talk about is Excel default data entry form. So you must have visited a lot of videos in Excel and a lot of ebooks in Excel that will teach you how to create a data entry form or a VBA form in Excel. However, in this part of this video, I am going to teach you a way by which you do not have to do any sort of VBA coding, any sort of macro coding, and not even the formatting. You just have to use a simple shortcut, and Excel automatically prepares a data entry form for you. So for this, I can make it a real quick thing. So you have to select your data, and then you have to use the shortcut Alt DO. So when you will press Alt DO, so after this you can see that a data entry form will appear. The name of this data entry form will be similar to the name of the sheet, and will have all the headings that are appearing over here, and you can simply click on the new button and add whatever record you want. So this is a Excel default data entry form. If you want to increase this column width, so you can do one thing. You can just simply change the column width of one of your column, and you can now press Alt DO, and you can see that your column width has also changed into the Excel VBA form. So if you want to create a quick VBA data entry form, you can simply use the shortcut Alt DO by selecting your data, and Excel will create an entire data entry form for you without using any sort of VBA coding, without doing any sort of VBA working for the form as well. So this is how you can use it to quickly enter your data without any errors in Excel. Okay, so the most important Excel tool that I am going to discuss is the drop down list. So many a time you have to give your data to someone else, or might be you are doing by yourself data entry into any sort of Excel data. And we people have a habit, you know, that we have a habit to use abbreviation at a lot of places. For example, let's say that in this data I have to add this sales region, and these sales region are appearing over here. So you can see that we have a text with the city Mumbai, and we can, what we used to do is, what I have seen into my sales data is that people will sometime enter it as Bombay, sometime they will use an abbreviation as MUM or simple BOM only. So what this do, that after putting the entire data entry, it will make my data non-analytical. That means that if I want to, let's say if I want to use the pivot table, then I will have four different sections for Mumbai. One for the entire spelling of Mumbai, second for Bombay, third for MUM, and fourth for BOM. And might be if someone has done any sort of a spelling mistake, then I will have a fifth or sixth line item as well for only one city, and that will make my data non-analytical. I am not able to perform any sort of analysis into my data. So in order to ignore all of that, what you can do is you can use drop down list into your data entry form. So what you can do is you can simply go to the data tab and use this data validation tool. So when you will click on it, you can see that the data validation dialog is appear over here. And in order to put a drop down, I have to choose the list into the allow section, and you can see that I have got this source option. So if I want to type, I can simply type it over here, but as my data is managed onto my Excel sheet as well, so I can simply click on this arrow and select my data. So you can see that when the selection is over, I can press OK, and you can see the data validation has appeared over here. And let's say that now if a person want to use abbreviation, he cannot do that. Even if he is putting anything which is different from my entire spelling, then he also not able to use it. So this will make my data very analytical. So now I simply have to copy it and will select my entire data, go to the paste special, and instead of anything, I will just simply choose the validation to paste and will simply paste it. So now the entire data validation will be available onto my each cell, and no one can put anything else beside this data that has appeared over here. So this is how we can use drop down list in Excel to reduce errors and to make our data analytical.